Hello guys, welcome back to the channel, and today's video is a long anticipated full portfolio update. Now I said I would do it when I hit 2,000 subs, and that was a couple of weeks ago, and I just haven't got around to doing it. And my dog's just having a drink. You all done, yeah? Well done. It's about time. It's the long anticipated full portfolio reveal. Now, the other day I revealed my portfolio for APXT because it is my largest position, but I didn't show you the rest of my portfolio. So in today's video, I'm revealing everything, the whole shebang. Every single company that I have invested in is in this very video. So you'll be able to see how many shares I bought, my average share price, whether I am up or down, and overall what my portfolio is performing at. So let's take a look into my ISA account. So my ISA value currently is £23,939. I've invested £20,475 and I am up around £3,500, which at the moment is 16.91%. So in this account, in this ISA account, you can only actually invest £20,000 of your own money each tax year. So of that £20,475 that I've invested, 20,000 of that is my own money, and £475 is actually from the profits that we made when we were invested in Arrival, ticker symbol CIIC. When we did the video on that, covering that EV stock, I actually sold out and got £475 profit. It was around 40% profit. So I used that profit to reinvest. So technically I've invested £20,000 of my own money and I'm sitting on £24,000 currently. So it's around 20% profit on my actual money, my personal money that I've put in. So I'm fairly happy with that, especially because APXT, one of the bigger plays in this portfolio and in the other two portfolios as well, that hasn't taken off yet. So there's a 20% gain overall without our biggest position having taken off. So I'm happy with that. So let's take a look at a list of companies. So I've split this into two, and it's basically, I think it's in alphabetical order how it shows on the investing platform that I use. The second half, or the second lot of companies that I'm going to talk about in terms of my portfolio, there's a lot bigger gains in that. So you'll have to stick around and watch that. I haven't deliberately put them at the end, so you stay around and watch. If you want to just skip to the sort of halfway point and watch some of the bigger companies, you can do that. But it's just how it was laid out on the trading platform. So firstly, let's take a look. So firstly, we have Altria Group, which is a tobacco company, which is one of my first investments actually when I was sort of looking into dividend investing. So they pay out around, I think it's like 7 or 8% dividend each year. So this is one of my first investments. Yeah, I haven't got a big position. It's just a small position, which I've kept and I'll just keep. The next one is APXT. So obviously I covered that in the APXT full portfolio update a couple of days ago. So go check that out if you want to see my full APXT position if you haven't done already. But in this particular account, I've got 845 shares in the company with an average price of $14.94 per share. And at the time of filming, I am exactly break even. But I am expecting to see some nice gains on this over the next sort of 2 to 3 months. So hopefully this will be a big winner for me. Next up, I own 2 shares of Apple, just a small position, and I'm up 5.14%. Next up is Boohoo. So this is a company that I've covered quite a lot on this channel, especially in a few of my older videos. I managed to pick up 280 shares in the company when the share price crashed. And I'm up around 34%. So Boohoo's like an online fast fashion retailer. They own quite a lot of popular brands, especially in the UK. I think they're trying to sort of expand into the US, but some of you guys might not have heard of Boohoo. I'm up 34%, and to be honest, I'm hoping for this one to be 100%. I want to make 100% on this over the next sort of year or two. So I'm happy to hold Boohoo at its current price. So now if we go on to BFT. Now BFT is one of our favorite SPACs in our community, and we've covered it a few times on this channel and their upcoming merger with PaySafe. So currently in BFT, in this account, I have 124 shares and I'm currently up 15.6%. So for me, I'm happy to increase my position in this. And I see this as a good short-term and long-term play as well. So that is my BFT position in this investment portfolio. Next up, we have GAN. Now, GAN is one of my gambling plays. So they help casinos and gambling companies get set up online so they can start doing online gambling for their business. I do like the gambling sector. I am looking to invest more into that particular sector. There's a couple of SPACs that I've been looking at and I might do videos on. So I do want to purchase more shares in this particular sector. So I'm happy to have GAN in there, but hoping to add a few more companies to it. So GAN, I have 70.75 shares in them, and I'm up currently around 7.46%. But this is more of a like 2 to 3 year play. I don't think it'll be quite as instant, the gains that we'll see. I think as more and more states legalise it, more and more companies try and get online with online gambling. That's when I see GAN sort of I don't know, getting bigger revenues and expanding their profit, and hopefully that's then reflected in the share price. Now, if we go into the second part of the list, which is the sexier part of the list, in my opinion. It doesn't start off sexy though. We've got Legal & General. So Legal & General are a UK insurance and pension provider. They pay a high dividend of around 8%. Their share price crashed along with quite a lot of other companies over the last sort of few months with the pandemic and stuff like that. So I've just got a small position in them. I picked up some shares, 81.25 shares. So yeah, nothing too exciting, but let's get on to the big boys now. So firstly, we have Palantir. So you know this company. This is a company we're excited about on this channel. And you guys, or a lot of you guys, actually invest in Palantir, including myself. So a few people do hate Palantir. They think it's overpriced and stuff, and they don't want to invest in it, which is fine. You've got to make up your own minds and just go with your gut and go with what you've researched and what companies you trust and invest in them. So Palantir have actually just come out and they've actually gained another contract, which I might do a separate video on. And there's news reports suggesting that they've got further work with the NHS over in the UK. So again, I might do a separate video on that, but some good news coming out around Palantir. So I currently have 214 shares in the company, with an average price of $23.11, and I am up 22%. So you know my thoughts on Palantir. If this hits around $24 and below, then I'll probably be adding to my position around my average price. And then if it goes sub 20, then it is Christmas time. And I will be massively increasing my position with any funds that I have available. Then let's get on to SBE, Switchback Energy, soon to be merging with ChargePoint. Now this is a company or a SPAC / merger that we captured quite early on this channel actually. And so a lot of you guys were requesting it at the time, so I did a video on it, looked really good. It's quite a cool play to have alongside some of your more traditional EV companies like Tesla and NIO and stuff like that. So we managed to get on this quite early. A lot of you guys got on it earlier, so well done if you did. So I currently have 54 shares in Switchback Energy at an average price of $23.06, and I am up 66%, which I'm very, very happy with. So at the current share price, I think it's in the high 30s at the moment. I'm not going to be adding any more to my position. It has gone up quite high. So there are better companies to invest in terms of value for money, in my opinion. But perhaps if it drops back into the 20s, I don't know if it ever will, but if it did, then I'll revisit it and perhaps add to my position. But very happy with Switchback Energy in my portfolio. Now let's get on to one which is becoming increasingly popular, especially in the YouTube community. A couple of big YouTubers have done videos on them and shouted them out. It's Tattooed Chef. Now, again, we covered this on the channel, I don't know, a week or two ago. I've mentioned it in old videos. And basically the share price got beaten down quite heavily with Tattooed Chef. Now, around sort of a month or so ago, they did actually hit lows of around $15 per share. And this was a great time for me personally to average down my position because I started buying them in the low 20s, then 19s and 18s. So I managed to get my average price down to $17.48. And that means that currently we are up 43% on our Tattooed Chef position. It's been an amazing run the last couple of weeks. Whether this will continue or whether there'll be a bit of a pullback, I don't know, but I do expect quite big things for Tattooed Chef really. I do see this growing over the next few years, so I'm happy with the position I've got, happy to see that 43% gain in my portfolio at the moment and expecting this to grow. And finally, for this particular portfolio, we have the one and only, the mighty, the legend Tesla. Now, I've only got 1.9 shares in them, which seems a bit pathetic, but I'm happy to be a shareholder in Tesla. So it's probably one of my smallest positions, but it's my my best performing position at the moment. So currently I'm up 70% in this portfolio for my 1.9 shares in Tesla. So although I won't be buying any more at current prices, it's tipping around high 600s at the moment, pushing towards that $700 mark. I'm still happy to own a little bit of Tesla. And if it pulls back quite a bit, then I don't know, I might build in it. But I'm just happy to have it in the portfolio, and it's been performing very, very well over the last few months for me. So that is the full portfolio on my own personal ISA. If you watch the APXT portfolio reveal, which I did a couple of days ago, that would have shown my partner's ISA, because the majority of her ISA is in APXT. So the third account that we have is a normal invest account. Now, if we have a look into this account, the portfolio is currently worth £3,562. We've invested £3,472 and we are up 2.6%. Now in this account, we only have 3 companies that we've invested in. So we've got APXT again. So we've bought some more shares in APXT, 136 shares, and we are up 4.7%. Then we have some more BFT shares. We've got 100 more BFT shares in this account, and we're up 7.71% in this account. And then finally, we have a new stock that I have spoke about it on the channel before, done a stock analysis video on them, but I don't really mention it too much, and that is Huya. Now, we have 62.48 shares in Huya, a bit random, but 62.48 shares. And I think currently we are down, we're down 5.64%. But I do see a lot of upside with Huya. So Huya are one of the lead, or if not the leading online gaming and streaming company and service within China. So in China, you've got 2 main sort of Twitch versions. So you've got Huya and you've got Douyu. There's been a lot of talk recently, and there's been an agreement for 2021 for Huya and Douyu to merge together. Once they do merge, then they will own around 80% of that market. So I'm currently down 5.64%, but I'm hoping over the next year or two for this to change and to get a bit of profit in them. So that is it, the full portfolio update. I did say I will bring everything to you. So that was my personal ISA and mine and my partner's invest account, and obviously the APXT portfolio reveal that we did a couple of days ago. That shows our third account, which is my partner's personal ISA, because we have pretty much all of that invested in APXT. So there you go, you can see exactly what I've invested in, how I'm performing. I'm quite happy with how we're performing at the moment, up around 20% overall for the portfolio, and that's without our big play, APXT, only breaking even at the moment. So once that takes off, then I'll be very happy with what the portfolio is looking like. So thank you very much for watching. If you are new around here and want to join our investing community, make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you've stuck around to the end, you're an absolute legend, because this will probably be quite a long video because there's a lot to get through. I'll try to do it as snappy as possible. But again, thank you very much for watching and stay safe.